My allergies are acting up. Damn, I'm glad they didn't act up at work today that bad. It's 5:50 in the afternoon. That means it's time to sleep, but I don't have work tomorrow, so I'll stay up a little, but I still want to get up early tomorrow, get up at the regular time. Don't want to miss my day off for nothing. Oh, my allergies are acting up now. Fell asleep for 2 hours this afternoon. That was kind of fun. Dehydrated in the heat. Sitting here in my car like beef jerky. Just a bag of dehydrated meat. Oh, that's a good segue into my video title. I was going to say story title. Getting lubed up. So I'm real iffy on this. I'll wait till more people come and when I park. Oh, I'm dissociating. I feel it in my leg. I'm not joking. This allergy medicine I take does nothing. Hey, it's really cool. You can see the trees and stuff outside my car. Man, technology of the future. This I would have never thought was possible when I was a kid. Live streaming from your phone. I remember when I was a kid, I was at my cousin's wedding, and I didn't want to hang out at the reception or anything, so I went back to my dad's car and sat there with a portable black and white TV and just watched like ABC or something, because you could only get the broadcast channels, NBC, ABC. And that was like, for me, the only portable entertainment, video entertainment you could get. Yes, I had a Game Boy, and I had a Game Gear too, although the batteries went out so fast on that. I had X-Men for Game Gear. I'll always remember that one. I don't remember what other games I had for Game Gear. My new radiator is dissipating heat well. It's a beauty. So glad. That was obviously the problem, and not one of 1,000 other things that could have been an issue with, the car overheating and leaking coolant. It was just the radiator was old and bad. These Toyota Camrys are made so well. I really hope I have this car for like 10 years. I don't even care if I have like, millions of dollars. Why would I get another car? This is a perfectly good car. Conan O'Brien drives a modest car. I wouldn't be a car nut or anything. Unless, I don't know, if I were to lease a car for like business purposes. But Conan O'Brien drove a Ford Taurus for many of his late night years. I don't know how much of that was a joke, but I saw it on his show several times. My dad had a Ford Taurus, and I think right before, in 2004, right before we went to Greece on vacation, somebody crashed into it and destroyed it while it was on the side of the road. I might have been a drunk driver, I don't know. I mean, probably was. How else do you do that to a parked car in a residential area? Ford Taurus. And whatever car I get after this, unless it's just an electric car, I want to get an even older car. One that's even more, or just another Toyota Camry if this does wear out and I can somehow find another Camry that's decent. But I'll try and get this fixed for many years because it's so reliable. Powerful. It's got some power. Oh, I'm dissociating. Oh, I found out even more about what scumbags run the company I work for. Holy shit. These guys are union busters. Apparently, in another warehouse, a bunch of the drivers organized to make a union. Another warehouse in LA. The same company, and the management or the CEO or executives, whoever, said they weren't going to unionize, but they wanted to compromise and give them higher pay. So they gave the drivers higher pay and like regularly scheduled raises, and a year later they fired all of them, and now all the drivers are contractors. They're not employees. And that works out shittily because the drivers, a lot of them actually are really nice. I don't know if they've gotten a bunch of new ones. The younger ones are really nice for the most part. Some of them are dumb, but they're like really nice. A lot of the younger ones I'm dealing with now, even the older ones too. But problem with contractors, aside from they don't have the same rights as employees, is a lot of them are just assholes and don't give a shit because they don't really work for us. So they weren't wearing masks for a long time. And my no character manager, douchebag, who acts like he doesn't know what the fuck I'm talking, or it acts like any mention of safety is a personal attack on him, which in his view kind of is, because he doesn't believe in that. So it's like an attack on his values. But he wouldn't enforce this stuff until OSHA nearly shut down our warehouse. So 2 months of my complaining, it gets 65-70% mask compliance. OSHA comes in, they're like, holy shit, we could actually lose some money. All right, everybody, you got to wear masks and face shields. But I am looking for other jobs. I'm going to talk about that Jiffy Lube thing, what I'm thinking about. Well, I'll say it. I was aware of this for a while, but Jiffy Lube will train you to be a mechanic. I wonder how good the training is. I definitely would not want to be working on someone's car where I wasn't adequately trained and didn't know what I was doing. And I know Jiffy Lube, they're a cheap company. They don't pay their mechanics that well, but then again, where else can you go to get trained while you're working? And in California, at least, minimum wage is $13 an hour. But if I can get full-time work and actually learn that stuff, mechanic work, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I might be interested, but I know Jiffy Lube, they're a big corporation. It probably depends on each location, how the managers treat you. But I learned, and I already knew this, but I just got to see it up close. I really don't like working for big corporations. They get to be big by screwing over people, getting away with whatever they can as far as cutting corners on safety and not paying people. My company also, they had apparently a class action lawsuit going back a couple of years because they were not paying people overtime. Basically, they were stealing their overtime pay, and they were doing it through all this bookkeeping that made it so that I don't know. Basically, I read some of the court case. I was looking through it. It was really scummy, really like a scumbag move. And it doesn't take people who are like, horrible villains or anything to do this. It just ordinary people with a little power, and then they're enabled by everybody below them who doesn't want to go against them, who wants the job, and managers like at my job where if they care, they're ineffectual or they're too rigidly aligned with the company and they're bootlickers, or the asshole major bootlicker who I don't respect any of them, but I don't respect him the most. And they're there to make sure money keeps getting kicked up to the executives. So it doesn't matter if you're a nice person or not, and everybody there, we're stuck in the same situation. We're basically working to make the executives rich. And if our bodies are worn down, which people have told me that, if people get sick there, if they're abused, if they're afraid of reporting injuries, illnesses, if they feel they're being retaliated against, which I've also heard about, too bad for them. The managers know they can get away with it. I did my yelling at them and brought it up and stuff, but it doesn't really get anywhere. It barely got me anywhere. And now I'm seeing, I can't even unionize the place. So many of the workers, they're scared, they're terrified of just reporting a safety issue. They look at me with panic. What do you mean? Well, if I report a safety issue, are they going to call me back? Are they going to talk to me? So the manager completely exploits this, the greedy asshole. And although it's funny, he's only as useful to the company to the extent that he's willing to exploit people. What the fuck is this son? Oh well. Anyways, if they were willing to fire all those drivers who actually got organized, we don't stand a chance because they're going to scare the hell out of everybody. And I'd be there like, fuck you, man. I'd be telling everyone else like, fuck you, you cowards. Yeah, Drake, I know, California is, banning, gas engines. I think that's a good step. I'm sure there's a lot involved with that needs to be implemented. Obviously, we need electric cars or whatever, I don't know, hydrogen cars. But there's still going to be gas cars for a long time unless there's major changes, and so they're going to need mechanics for still many years to come, and I don't plan on doing it that long. But I'm really reluctant in a way, even though I like the idea of learning some mechanic skills and at least being at a job that's not going to break my back the way my current job is. It's wearing out my body. I know Jiffy Lube is also a cheap ass company because they pay in states where the minimum wage is lower, they pay way less. And what kind of service do you expect with people like with a company like that, a cheap ass company like that? Great, we got a request. All right, what's your request? This better be good. I need a drink. I need some alcohol to handle this. Hello, Starla. I'd be, wish we got a Green New Deal and union jobs. I'd be out of there so quick, I'd be telling every other employee, I'd be handing them the paperwork or whatever, saying, hey, come join me at my job. You get paid better and you get union protections. Fuck these people. But yeah, my job apparently at another... Fuck off. At another warehouse, they fired everybody who organized for a union. They compromised with them by giving them higher wages, and then they fired them all a year later. And now all the drivers learned their lesson. They're all contractors now. They're not union people. And it's a shame because if anyone's willing to unionize, it's the older people, the more cynical people, the ones who have been wrung out by shitty jobs that exploit them and aren't so fearful like the younger employees. If anyone would be willing to unionize, it's them. And now they're contractors, so they already know, like, they don't even have the same legal protections that employees here have. Watching a shitty driver in this parking lot. Man, people drive so dumb. And here's the thing, I'm not even mad at them. I feel like sorry. I just pity them because I'm like, they're so fucked in the head. They drive so badly, like willingly, like going out of their way to try and cause accidents. When I was backing up here, this sad-looking old lady was doing a god-awful U-turn. I didn't even know what she was doing. I'm like, is she parking across 3 spaces? But I need a little protein. I'm burning so many calories, and I got my protein powder and oatmeal. I already had one this morning. Now it's my dinner. Went to the food bank today, got a bunch of slop. But yeah, my managers, the whole company are run by real dirtbags. So I should never doubt my instincts. Going in there, I didn't like it. I didn't like the feeling of being herded around like cattle at the orientation, of having the dipshit manager like kind of, brush me off when I said, hey, how come those people aren't wearing masks? And he said, who? I said, those people back there. He's like, oh, the drivers, they should be wearing masks. And he didn't do anything about it. So there's kind of no point in going up against them. They're there to protect their bosses. They're bootlickers. People I respect the least. People I respect the least in this world. Landlords and bootlickers. Anyways, I think I'd be a decent mechanic. I've learned a fair amount. I haven't learned enough to fix cars, but I'm just saying I've learned enough to know sort of how to learn to go about learning mechanic work. And the fact that Jiffy Lube would pay for me, but, it's just, like I said, it's a shitty company. And, you got to get lucky with people who care. And even then, I'm sure you're not paid well and all. Oh, and I'd have to be a cashier sometimes. That I'm very uncomfortable doing. I worked a register for a while at a movie theater at the concession stand. I worked it at a bank. I've been in mechanic shops where people say the dumbest shit to the mechanics who work there about like the most, like they're so fucking stupid, such assholes. One guy, I remember, he was yelling at a mechanic, saying, "Why didn't you check my engine or something? Why didn't you know my engine was messed up?" He's like, "You had us look at your suspension." He's like, "But why did you look at?" I mean, he's like, "Why?" I don't. He didn't even ask it as clearly as I am. Like, why didn't you look at that? He was just like, "Well, why didn't you see?" Like, he's like, "But the engine was messed up. The engine." He's like, "But you brought it in for suspension problems or tire problems or something." So fucking stupid. If I have to hear that shit, I'm walking out. But see, then the problem is I start over with my job search. I need a union job, and unions won't let me. Even unions aren't perfect. A lot of them are filled with assholes too, and racists and douchebags. That's why I need you guys. We'll be our own union. You all can join me here. We'll be union / street gang, because I'm on the street. Yeah, my fucking allergies are acting up. Screen, touch screen acts all weird and shit. Click like, everyone. So we need this video live stream right now to get, probably once it hits 10,000 viewers live, I'm sure that, like, statistically there will be at least like 2 or 3 Jiffy Lube employees or former employees who could tell me what it's like and just hire me through this video if you think it's good. But accepting the warehouse job I have now was already a compromise in my values. I really don't want to have to do it again, but that's kind of what a job is too, is you're accepting people are going to treat you like garbage. I feel bad in a way, just like on a grand scale, because a lot of the people in my warehouse are so nice. I mean, like the supervisors, because the supervisors are down there with us, working the lines, having to manage everything. The managers don't have to do nearly as much, like, hands-on work. Occasionally, 1 or 2 of them helps out on the line if we're real busy, but they're kind of like, you know, doing logistics, I guess, or something, and figuring out how to screw us over more. But the supervisors, they're us, basically. They're there on the line with us and constantly figuring out, okay, where do we need more people or whatever, but they're there with us working the belts. And I feel bad in a way because, like, they're conditioned, like, not to fight back against managers or anything. They're there, like us, to be exploited, and yet they get to feel like they have a little bit of power and leadership. And you know, it's funny, I look back and see how much that's how I was when I was a manager at a movie theater. I was a total, not only exploited, and I treated my employees real well, but I was also a bootlicker too, thinking I'll work my way up through the company, and you know, you gotta listen to managers and stupid shit like that, like you always gotta be moving and stuff. I didn't realize how stupid that was and how exploitative that was. Like, it's fine to let employees relax sometimes. Drake started my own business. Oh man, that's a lot. That's a lot to do. I don't even know how to get my business, my video business, going the way I want it. Drake, have you played any video games since the last time I streamed yesterday, right? Since you told me you do Twitch live streams? that Green New Deal. Give me good union jobs. That arrogant asshole Biden is like, oh, we don't need a revolution, we need results. What fucking result is this? Fucking creepy motherfucker. Sniffing girls' hair. You keep sleeping in late? Hey, don't let me stop you. Although for me, sleeping in late is like sleeping till 4 in the morning. Sucks. The drivers would be the people best suited, like temperamentally, to start a union, and they're fucking contractors. So they're already like, you know, very highly expendable. That's how the company wants it. Yep, I have the night off, although I'll still get up early tomorrow. Well, the Green New Deal apparently isn't happening. Joe Biden doesn't want it. He does seem to be increasing his efforts to, you know, stop climate change and implement clean energy deals. He ordered to stop the Keystone pipeline, right? But there doesn't appear to be a Green New Deal coming, at least not with his administration. So I'm doing it now, exactly what I would be doing with Green New Deal, trying to like survive with whatever money I can get. This job is hard on me, it's degrading in a way, and I'm just trying to do as much as I can and still write and save money. I kind of had to start over saving money after trying to save for 3 months because I had some major bills. But that's okay. I'm doing it again. Starting over. Trying to stay healthy. I'm watching for when I'll be eligible to take the coronavirus vaccine. But somehow I just see some disaster happening that will make this pandemic last another year or something. I don't know. Just people don't want to. It's not just people. It's, you know, we're not getting the support we need to stay home and all that. But also people don't want to stay in. They don't want to wear masks. They believe their, you know, chat room conspiracy theories. I'm eating my oatmeal, trying to stay healthy. Hello, Tep, whatever. How do I pronounce your name? Tep. How much money do I make a day? First of all, how dare you? And how dare you ask me that question? How much do I make a day? Well, I make $16 an hour. And I might work 6 hours a day, 5 or 6 hours a day. Taxes take, it seems like about, I've seen it in my pay statements, like if I make $80 or $90 a day, it seems like taxes take about $30 of that. So, I don't know, it seems like I made almost $400 last week. And I worked 5 days. So what's that, like $75 a day roughly? $70 a day. Maybe it somehow worked out to that. A little under that, actually. I didn't make 400s. Ban him for asking me that? No, I'm not going to ban him for asking me that. People are curious. They want to know how a homeless guy lives and how much money he makes. Me too, Drake. I'm tired of the coronavirus, but thank goodness, I don't know, haven't gotten it. Coronavirus cases are going up in LA now. It's like 4,800 infections yesterday. We were down to around 3,000 some a few days ago, so we could have stopped this entire thing in 2 weeks if we all actually stayed home. And I know people couldn't necessarily do that. We needed money for everybody to stay home. The government needed to give people money to stay home and to, like in South Korea, deliver people food and do health checks and all. Our healthcare system sucks. Our transportation sucks. Our job protections and tenant protections are weak. And so, of course, that was the disaster waiting to happen. Yeah, I'm not sure I've been to Santa Clarita. Although it's around here, I guess, kind of. It's north of the San Fernando Valley, right? Son of a... Ugh, my allergies. I was watching old on cinema Oscar specials. Tim Heidecker sings he's got Oscar fever. Man, I think I've got hay fever. It's getting hot, which means it's uncomfortable to be in my car during the day. So it'd be nice to have a job during the day and then be able to spend the fucking night relaxing instead of just sleeping through half the night and then working half the night. I don't care about getting up early. It's when it's so hot out during the day, it makes it hard to function. We'll see what happens with my allergies. If I can't work because of my allergy, I was all right today, but if it gets worse, my allergies, I literally don't know how I'm going to work. And my nose can run so bad, I can sneeze so much that I cannot function if they get really bad. But so far this winter, they haven't been that bad. That's really good. But I'm trying to think. Last year, actually, I remember my allergies were really bad from like January to March or April at least. Somewhere around there. I know it was through March because that documentary I made by myself, I stopped filming that around a week or two into the pandemic, like end of March. Or maybe April. And my allergies were still acting up quite a bit towards the end of that, so somewhere around there. So at least so far it hasn't been too bad. I'm drinking apple cider vinegar and water. I don't really enjoy theme parks. You're talking about Six Flags. I think I went to Six Flags on the East Coast when I was a kid. I forget what the hell these trips were for. They would bring us on trips with, I don't know. That reminds me, I went to Florida. I forgot about that. I spent a week in my life, or 5 days in Florida, and totally forgot about it all these years. Freshman year of high school. Went on a trip, a 5-day trip to whatever, Disney World, Disneyland, whichever one, Epcot Center. I slept in the floor in my hotel because one of my the other guys in my class who was in the hotel room with me said, "You can sleep in the bed if you fight me for it." Hello, Thomas. My allergies are acting up a little. They're not horrible, thank goodness. I'm not like sneezing like a bastard. Should I? No, I was thinking, should I just get a second job? It's kind of hard to find something that I can schedule into my day. I suppose I could do Postmates or some shit. I'm not doing that. I don't know. I need some simple dumbass work I can do, like, lot attendant, where people just like collect the shopping carts in the parking lot, where I don't deal with people. Or just get a full-time job, because I want to make more money. I'd like to make at least 500 a week. That'd be good. 500. Thank you. That's true. Give me a thumbs up. Get a second job as a vacuum repair guy. I like how specific your suggestions are, Drake. Sleep last night. My sleep last night sucked, actually. I slept for a few hours, and then I woke up, and even though I was dead tired, I was like, I gotta look for another job. And that's when I started looking for Jiffy Lube jobs for like 30 minutes, and I couldn't fall back asleep. So I slept like 2 hours this afternoon. Will you excuse me? I have some business to do. Oh boy, let's see if my allergies get better by Monday. Although I could work like this, they're not too bad right now. $5 donation from Alexandros. Thank you. You owe me $10 more? Well, thank you. Appreciate that. That helps me live. Well, I'd have a hard time being a mechanic, having allergies like this too. It might be in part my masks, because these masks, every few days, they wear out and then the fibers come loose and they sort of get in my nose, and I think my allergies get worse when that happens. When I put on a new one, I have like 20 of them in my car. These are great because they have this bridge on the nose that keeps your face shield from fogging up, because it like puts a seal around your nose so your breath doesn't escape up very easily. And I gotta put on a new one. But anyways, again, thinking about it, I don't know, Jiffy Lube, I may very well end up in a worse situation than I am now. But it's like, what else can I do? I mean, it'd be great in a way to just go to, a mechanic certification thing, take classes for 6 months, but I can't do that because I don't have a laptop. It'll be a hell of a time trying to do all that stuff on my phone. And if it's even possible, and it would be expensive. There may be a place that will pay for it, or at least pay for some of it, but it's just such a pain in the ass to try and do it in my car and with my phone. Whoa, Drake donated $4.99. Thank you so much, Drake. Really appreciate it. And guess what I got today? From the food bank. Shaving cream. Shaving gel. It creams up. So I'm gonna cream while I ponder helping get you lubed up with mechanic job. If I go that, I don't know. I don't fucking know. It seems like right now I'm pretty much stuck making around $400 a week at my warehouse job. They'll let me work 6 days a week. They told me they will for the time being. I don't even know if I can, man. It's hard on me. And also, I'm willing to do it, but I'm willing to do it. That's all I'll say. Well, I will say something else. Nobody should have to work that much to survive and to save up a little. It's ridiculous. We should be paid better, but obviously my company will fire your ass and everybody else if you try and get paid better. Because that's what they did at another warehouse. Okay. Why isn't this working? Did I buy busted shit? That's why this is at the food bank. That's why this shit was at the food bank, that it's defective. How do I get this to work? Yep, it's broken. This thing that's supposed to press down here. Why in the hell? God damn it. Great. I thought I had shaving gel. I should have got it from a dollar store. Oh man, if I was sneezing like that at my job, they'd send me out of there. Trying to see if there's any way to get this to work. Nope. I thought I'd get to shave with shaving cream, guess not. Now the water on my face dried up. How messed up would it be if like a pro athlete had bad allergies? You know, baseball player, basketball player, they probably, you know, I'm sure that if they have allergies, they got their doctors will give them whatever they need to deal with that. In the meantime, my health insurance, Medicare, not Medicare, what am I talking about? Medi-Cal for California State Health Insurance will not get me a doctor. And I need to see one to get my allergies tested and get medicine for it. So at the place that's helping me get a job and that's getting me showers, helps. It's a nonprofit that helps homeless people out. They gave me info about how to get a doctor's appointment and even an eye doctor. I want to get, you know, I haven't been to an eye doctor in a while. Just want to get a checkup and a physical and get my allergies tested. And see, like, if I need medicine for my allergies, if there's something they can use to treat me. Boy, Gillette are such liars. They say, oh, these razors are good for whatever, how many uses. After like 4, this thing is like a rusty nail you scrape against your face. It hurts, and it does not like let you shave well. I've read since I was talking about working, possibly trying to train to be a mechanic at Jiffy Lube, at least do, you know, kind of interesting work and learn a skill. I've read employee reviews there, and they're very mixed, you know, tending on the downside. And of course, it's partly because that's how employee reviews work. Reviews generally are negative, the people who are angry enough to leave a negative review. But I am totally confident that Jiffy Lube is not a great employer. A cheap-ass company. You know, I'm sure they're good for certain things or whatever, but it's an exploitative model where you pay people as little as possible. So it's like I'd be working for another crappy corporation. Thank you, Drake. Yeah, Drake says if I was someone's vice president, I will do a Green New Deal and get people to have more jobs, more money. Uh, Good deal, Drake. And Drake just went a minute ago from saying we don't want a Green New Deal to we want one. So he's open-minded. He's open to new ideas, and I appreciate that in a vice presidential candidate. I'm strongly considering you, Drake, on my presidential run. There we go, at least I'm shaved. That is the second bottle of shaving cream I've gotten at the food bank that did not work. I gotta not make that mistake again. Fortunately, it probably cost me like 50 cents or something. I paid $15 for a shitload of stuff today, so I don't think they even charged me much, if anything, for that. Probably $1, actually. If I wanted, I know I could bring it back and get a refund, but I don't care. Great. Dumbass lazy fuck wants to park right next to me in their big Escalade because they don't want to get in one of the 30 spots around me that are open. Thomas, my mom's doing well. She's in Virginia. It's very cold there. She stays very busy. She's working still and working 2 jobs, really. She helps an elderly neighbor and walks dogs for the neighbor. She really likes walking those dogs, she tells me. And just very busy. And yeah, my dad died about a year ago, a little over a year ago. So, excuse me. Oh man, my allergies are getting better. They're clearing up now. So my mom just mostly stays occupied with work, I guess. I already said it. But she seems pretty busy with doing that and always dealing with stuff with her house. I don't get it. It seems like needless busy work. Oh, I always got to organize something. I got to clean something. Please, come on. I lived in homes too. I never had that much to organize. My hands fucking burn from the... My skin burns so easily, especially the back of my hands from the sun. I get 2 minutes of sun exposure to the back of my hands. They fucking burn. How do people drive without gloves on? I always have to wear gardening gloves if I drive during the day that cover up my hands and wrists. How do people do it in California especially? In Virginia, I didn't wear gloves. But out here, I realized after a few days I had to. And I've seen people that their skin doesn't turn that dark. My skin fucking burns and tans so quickly in the sun. On my hands. Now, the people I saw who don't get dark we're mostly white people, so I don't know if I mean I'm white, but you know I'm a little darker skinned, so I don't know if that makes a difference. If I tan more easily. But how do some people I know like they just don't burn up nothing when they're driving in their hand? I wish I had that. My naked hands have not touched the steering wheel in daylight in like over a year. I'm living in this nether realm where I never touch my steering wheel during the day. Or I've got to put tons of sunscreen on my hand and then grab the steering wheel while I'm like all greasy. That is one option. Just put a bunch of sunscreen on the back of my hands and wrists. That's a pain in the ass. I can never just walk around in a t-shirt. I have to wear a jacket and hoodie and all that. I can never be exposed to the sun. Sometimes I am a little if I'm lazy, but trying never to be exposed to the sun again. It frickin' burns my hands, or the back of my hands and wrists. What kind of food truck is that they got there? I think I'm good on food, but I don't know, I might be interested in, I don't know if it's like shawarma or chicken wings. I want to get my glasses, but I don't want to touch them when I got all this lotion on my fingers. I'll touch my face because it burns after I shaved myself with like the corner of an old rotted brick of a razor. It's like just rub your face on the side of an abandoned building. That's what it's like to shave with these Mach 3 razors after 4 uses. Can't read. I need my glasses to read what that food truck says. Chemicals, protest, women, no, decals, finest, women? It looks like women. Oh, wings. Wings with a D on the end? What is that? Specials finest wing? Oscar's finest wing? Senegal's finest wings? Okay, so it's chicken wings. Chicken wings, everybody. They've got chicken wings. Chicken wings. What? You know, it's weird. For today, just for like 30 minutes, I had the faintest glimpse of like the feeling of what life was like before the pandemic. Like just thinking, oh yeah, I wasn't stuck in this routine. I wasn't doing all, you know, I knew there was a bigger world out there, a bigger life to experience. Not so now. I would love nothing more than to go to the second run $2 movie theater sometime and see a movie. See a quality film. Last movie I saw in theaters was Gretel and Hansel last year, like a week before the theaters shut down. Before that, I think I saw Little Women. I saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Oh, Once Upon a Time in the Hollywood. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I rather like that. There goes a Toyota Scion. That's a car I'd like. Actually, would be good to do when if I really had the money and I had a home and stuff. There are companies that will convert your car into an electric car. Just do it on my Camry. Don't pay Elon Musk. Don't buy a Tesla. I realize they're probably pretty good cars. I used to like them a lot more, but I mean, they're pretty good cars. There's service issues and stuff, and other issues involved with having an electric car as of right now. But say if I was actually able to have a home and a place to charge my car, why not just turn this old Camry, into an electric car? I like the design of it. It's got plenty of space, handles well. Why buy another car? Unless I just like the look of it and turn it into an electric car, like a Scion. I like the look of those. Or buy some really old car. Just turn it electric. There's an older Scion. My friend had one like that. My weirdo friend, I've never shown on camera. He refuses to be filmed. I haven't seen him in a while, but we used to hang out every day in college, and he was just a maniac of a guy. Not like a wild drug user or anything. I'm just saying a very, very odd person. Difficult to get along with, rich, but we got along so well. I think that's why we got along. He was just such a nut. And he would insult me a lot. But he had the old, I call them hamburger box Scions, and I actually really liked it, and I wanted to buy it from him. We had great fun hanging out, but he's like a very avoidant guy. He will just disappear for months at a time, and then just email me and say, can we meet in 5 minutes? Last time I saw him, he was still married. He was asking me how to divorce his wife for a while because he said he hated her. I never met his wife. And I think they had a kid together. I think, yeah, he was with her. I don't know. Brought her over to the country. He's from another part of the world. Real fucking odd guy. We got along really well, but that's the story of my life. I get along with someone really well, but for some reason they just spin off into another planet, basically. Actually, the closest person I can tell you that he resembles is Tommy Wiseau. No joke. He sounds like him, and anyways. You saw John Wick 3 by yourself? That's cool. Now I don't have a cold, my allergies are acting up. Yep, everyone needs unlimited free data, except for my asshole racist brother. Hello, Frank. Thank you. Ford has an electric Mustang. That's cool. Why my friend doesn't want to be on cameras? He's just he has problems connecting with people. That's all I'll say. I could go into it, but I guess I just like being around really difficult people like that. I don't know, or weird people, I should say. I don't know. He's another guy, really charismatic. People liked him. He's an interesting guy, and a lot of fun to be around. But he could be a colossal pain in the ass too. I basically almost describe him like Gollum and Smeagol. Smeagol you really like, and then Gollum just an asshole. Two sides of the same personality. Two personalities, the same guy. Gotta try and remember tomorrow, get dollar store shaving cream. Don't bother with trying to get shaving cream ever again at the food bank. There's a reason they send it to the food bank. It's because the bottle has been damaged. And I need another job. Oh, my nose is stuffed up. Monday, I have an appointment with that employment office at the homeless assistance place. They're going to work on my resume first, and that's good. I really need a good-looking resume. Um, and I don't know, see what happens. But I really want full-time work. I mean, it's hard to work into my day, especially being homeless, and how I shower depends on the weather and and whether the that homeless place is open. They're only open certain hours of the day. But I need the money. I want to save that money, use it for my film gear that I want, and then hopefully as the pandemic's over, I'll have enough money to be able to make some of the videos I want, and music videos, and maybe even short films. That would be really great. I know Porsche has that new electric car, the Taycan or something, and I read about, I think, some couple in England that tried driving around with it, and they said, or was it in England or in America? I think it was in England, and they basically said it was a disaster, and it took hours and hours to go anywhere, and none of the charging stations they could find work, and they were like having to go around to like any business they could that they could possibly charge it just a little bit. And also, the mining of the I was gonna say ingredients, but the chemicals and the the minerals and stuff that go into, especially for Teslas, the batteries of those cars is probably, if not definitely, worse for the environment and for workers. They use slave labor, I'm pretty sure, than gasoline cars. So it's all very like, I mean, whether you're actually having that much of an impact on the environment, I realize electric is probably the way to go, but it needs to be done better. How do I clear up my allergies? Okay, time to look at that truck with my glasses, mis anteojos. I can't read the menu from 70 feet away. SoCal's finest wings. That's what it was saying. I didn't know what that said. The typeface is really like it's like Lord of the Rings typeface. Like, how do you read that shit? I don't need wings. Really, I don't. I'm still trying to lose weight. I think I've eaten pretty well today. And not eating too much. Oh man, I miss being out and around people and around regular life and events and the movie theater. Hey Alejandro. Drake's Happy Ahmad showed up because some asshole was sexually harassing me earlier in the stream. So, Alejandro, you missed out on the conversation so far, but my job, it's not paying that. I mean, I'm glad for the money. it's reasonably decent work considering, you know, even though it's exploitative and my managers are just bootlickers and they kind of have no choice but to be bootlickers. I'm sure they'll be fired too if they don't, toe the company line. And I learned they're union busters. They fired everybody who tried to organize a union a couple of years ago at another warehouse in the area in Los Angeles. And that's why all the drivers now are contractors. They're no longer employees, so they don't have the same rights. And it's a shame because if anyone's well suited to form a union, it's the older people in a company, the ones who have more experience, more confidence, are a little more cynical, are a little less patient for exploitation. Whereas the younger people, they're a little more pliable and willing to be exploited. And yet these drivers, they're contractors, so they know they could be fired so quickly if they tried to union organize. So it's really screwed up. And one thing I was looking at is Jiffy Lube. I know they do train mechanics, like you learn while you work there, and they'll hire people with no mechanic experience. But the flip side of that is they're also a cheap ass corporation too, and they've had a lot of problems with pressuring their mechanics to upsell people and giving bad service or charging people for stuff they didn't get, or even reusing old oil filters, or getting them to get repairs they don't need, stuff like that. So I would definitely want to be an ethical and honest mechanic, and nothing more or less. But I just, it's a crapshoot, like how good it would be. And maybe I should just go and try an interview and find out what it's like, because now I'm in a position where, unlike at the job I have now, where I knew going in, like I gotta kind of shut my mouth, even though I've had trouble doing that, and I yelled at the managers a couple times about safety issues. Uh, Kind of shut my mouth and like accept that it's just how it is. It's a screwed up thing. It's exploitative. But if I interview at Jiffy Lube, and if I just see stuff where it's like I have to even question, like, what's their attitude on this, or how do they approach this, I can be like, well, I'm just not going to take the job. I'm fine. I got a job. So, that might be the way to go too. But I'd see if I really like it, that could change things. I mean, certainly one of the better jobs I had was at Enterprise Rent-A-Car. When I started there, the managers were professional. We had time to just relax throughout the day. As the time went on, more and more douchebags, especially like just white trash motherfuckers or whatever you call them, started working there, and they were assholes. They were assholes to customers. They were terrible drivers. They drove illegally all the time, like cutting through traffic, speeding, using lanes illegally, like turning left from the middle lane to cut around. To cut around people turning left, to go ahead of them, speeding through parking lots, nearly getting in wrecks there. We had a general manager who did that, nearly crashed into someone, and then he yelled at them like, "What the fuck?" It's like, you asshole. But anyway, and I walked off that job eventually because they started hiring worse and worse people for me to work with. Whereas when I started, it was a decent crew, and we had time to relax when there was nothing going on. With the later manager, it's like, oh, you have nothing to do, there's no cars on the lot? Well, here, do something else. It's like, fuck you, man. We're paid so little. We're paid like $9 an hour. And even then, I wasn't that hung up about the pay. It's weird, man. Now I look back at that. I did that job 10 years ago. That was a different time in my life. Talking about different, I can't believe it's such a different experience to think I was working at Enterprise Rent-A-Car back then, washing cars and vacuuming them and driving around customers. But it was pathetic, how bad the management got after a while, and how spineless they were with dealing with bad employees. Uh, what the hell was I talking about? But yeah, so it's a crapshoot. It's like it started off good there, and then it went bad. No, I don't want to be a pizza delivery guy. I don't want to deal. You deal with customers who give you no tips as well. And that, I don't see how I could tolerate that. I would want to just dump the pizza on the ground. I don't want to have to do anything for tips, because that means you got to be nice to people who are rude to you. That's good, Drake. That's real good. You give pizza delivery people tips? You should. I believe in that. But some people don't. Some people are real jerks about it. Plus, pizza delivery drivers get robbed. They get carjacked. It's kind of a dangerous job, too. So I don't know what to do. I don't want to be a car washer here too at Enterprise Rent a Car, because I don't like how driving around I have to wear gloves everywhere. I guess I could do it. It's not that big a deal, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't want to give rides to customers and be in a car with them with the pandemic going on. I don't trust people to wear their masks properly. Even though Enterprise was overall kind of cool place to work. But they could be cheap asses too about cleaning equipment. If you had a shitty vacuum to clean with, oh, it fucking sucked vacuuming cars. The one location I worked at, they had these giant vacuums bolted to the walls that were awesome. But another place, they had this little one you roll around on wheels, and it's like, this thing was such a piece of shit. How do you clean anything with it? Yeah, you had sushi for late lunch. That's cool. What kind of sushi? I haven't had sushi in so long. Maybe that should be my cheat meal when I get to my goal weight, because I don't need or want to eat like a massive meal. I'm fine with just eating something different, but that's still relatively low calories. So why not sushi? Just some really nice sushi, and I'll make a video of it. I'm not a big food guy. I eat oatmeal for breakfast and dinner. You had salmon sushi? That's cool. Work at a car wash? No. Work at a car wash, especially on people's own cars, that's tough. People are assholes about their own cars. The good thing at Enterprise, you're not detailing cars. You just need them just clean enough to get them out of there. And again, that's a crapshoot too, as far as do you have a good Enterprise or a bad one. And I've been to Enterprises around here. I don't particularly like being at them, so I'm like, I doubt I'd enjoy working at them too, especially with the issue of the pandemic. And again, you're working with bootlickers for the most part. That's the thing. Most people are not going to a company with kind of my mindset of like, I got to be treated well and all that. They're like, well, I'm going there, I'm kind of signing away a lot of my rights, and I'm working for the company, so that means you got to be with the company too. And my attitude is, no, you got to treat us well, and that's that. Dumbass Jeep speeding through a parking lot and hit the curb. Oh, that Toyota Scion doesn't have their lights on. They'll probably turn them on as they leave the parking lot, because that's what happens a lot. Let's see. Still no lights on. Still no lights on. No lights on. Still no lights on. Well, I hope they get arrested and put in jail for the rest of their life. You love car washes? Yeah, I enjoy them too. I like going to the self-service car washes in LA. I never saw those in Virginia. Here you can go up to one, put in your credit card, and it'll just charge you for how many minutes you use it. And you can turn a knob to select like what kind of wash you want, and you can blow dry your car too at the end. So it's pretty cool. Better than in Virginia, where they stopped using a lot of automatic car washes. I don't know why. So it was hard to find anywhere to get your car washed, except for like a place where a bunch of guys will go up to your car like a NASCAR pit crew and do it. Go with your car wash on live stream? Yeah. Well, I filmed my mom going through a car wash before. Look up Angelo's mom is scared of car washes, or Angelo's mom is terrified of a car wash or something. That's one of my more popular videos. One of my early ones too. Gotta put my portable phone charger in. I don't know why my mom's scared of him. My mom's easily scared. I can sort of see why. It can be sort of claustrophobic. $7:13. Damn. Get a little late for me. So maybe I should just interview with Jiffy Lube. I always feel kind of bad when I turn down job offers, because I don't know what to say, about it. Like it sounds so insulting to turn down a job offer. I have to put it very diplomatically. Like, well, I decided I'm not prepared at this time for the move, but thank you so much for the new position. But maybe it seems worth a shot just figuring out what they're about. That's true, Alejandro. And the good thing for that, I don't have to dress up in a suit for the interview, because I don't want to do interviews where I have to dress up in suits. It's a pain in the ass to get dressed in a suit in a car in the fucking heat. Oh, that would have been hilarious, Drake, if Moist Andy, if Angry Grandpa went to car wash and Pickle Boy opened the door. I forget if Pickle Boy told me if he ever had that idea for a video. I remember when I visited him saying something vaguely about that, like a car wash or something. I don't know. Or maybe I brought it up. I can't remember. I take allergy medicine. They don't help. In LA, my allergies are bad. In Virginia, my allergies were bad, but once I took allergy medicine for a few days, they would go away for the most part. But fortunately, for the most of this winter so far, my allergies have not been bad. I had one day where I had to leave work halfway through. They were so ridiculous. Like my sweater or my jacket or whatever was like covered in like my mucus from my nose running. Yeah, Drake, I miss Angry Grandpa. Oh, I said that in a weird southern accent, like an Arkansas accent. Oh, I miss Angry Grandpa. He was a great. I wish I could see him around and talk to him. Sorry, gotta remove my pants now. It's that time. The time for me to lie down. I'll still stream though. A little while. Still got 6 people watching. I'm pretty happy about that. And you know, actually, okay, so here's the alternative to, it's not really feasible though, because I don't have a laptop at home. I mean, I have a laptop, but I can't use it. I mean, to take a mechanic course. This job center that I tried to get that sanitation job at last summer, apparently they do, either them or another nonprofit that my counselor or what advisor or whatever was working with. They will pay for like classes for training, and they offered several. There were like several mechanic courses at a college around here. Now I don't know how that would work. Is it all online, or would I have to attend classes? It would be a colossal pain in the ass to do that and work a job. And I just fucking need lots of sleep. There's no way around it. I would be just like, you know, a wreck trying to go around with that little sleep and the stress of it. But if I was able to keep my job and take classes somehow to be a mechanic in like 6 months, I'd be like certified. But and they would pay it because it's like $7,000 or $8,000 or something. But if they even pay all of it, I don't remember, and you know, I don't know. But the other thing is, I don't know. Oh, if I have to do it all online because of the pandemic, if I have to do it on my phone, forget it. That's going to be such a hassle, such a difficulty. Drake's being real helpful. Says send him that, Alejandro. I've taken plenty of Claritin, and it works in Virginia. It does not work for me in California. Whatever plants are here, or whatever causes my allergies here, Claritin does not help. Wow, what the hell? The same person who was at that chicken wing truck like 20 minutes ago when I looked over there is still there waiting. I don't know, unless they took a long time to order, but I'm glad I didn't go get chicken wings or I'd still be standing out there. Just lie back right now. I still want to get up at my regular wake up time tomorrow because I don't want to miss half the day for, oh, that's not my blanket. I don't want to miss half the day and then have to work in the heat and everything, but we'll see if I feel like getting up. I did fall asleep for 2 hours this afternoon, so maybe I'll be well rested by tomorrow morning. Oh, cool air in here. This car would be a great car to convert into an electric car. I'm telling you. I'd rather do that than get a Tesla. I'm sure it would be way cheaper. Cheaper than a Tesla, and I don't have to support Elon Musk. Talk about exploitation of workers. He does it big time. Hey, Elena, haven't seen you here in a while. Switch to different allergy medicine. I've tried so many. It's cool in California right now because the sun's gone down, and it cools down quickly once the sun goes down, but it was hot today. It was uncomfortable in my car. I was all right, though. I did drink a lot of water. My hands burned up from the sun. I try and wear my gloves all the time, but they still cut a little sun. And as I say in the video title, I'm thinking about getting a job at Jiffy Lube because they train mechanics, and at least then I'd have a skill. I'd have a skill that'd be interesting as a mechanic, and I could have better, a full-time job, better potential for pay. But Jiffy Lube, like other companies, cheap-ass corporation. I know they try and screw you, so I wonder how that would go. And maybe I should just interview there and really feel them out and see what it's like. And if I start feeling like, oh, these questions are not going to get good answers, I'd be like, well, that's it. Thank you for your time. In the summer, yeah, it was hot at night. Man, it was brutal trying to sleep in my car some nights. But what other jobs can I get that are kind of decent? I mean, that's it. It's just entry-level crap. I'm worked real hard and exploited. See if this job center Monday can be any help. They're going to help me with my resume for one thing, so that's good. And they can sort of help me get prioritized to get certain jobs. And I don't want to pay to be in a hotel. I mean, unless there was some circumstance where I seriously had to, I would not want to be in a hotel. It's expensive, even a motel. It's like it can be $100 a night. It's not worth it. I'd much rather just have that money. That's a problem with this world. Everything's expensive. Jobs don't pay much. Everybody's in fear of losing their job, so they don't want to speak out about abuse and exploitation by management. Thanks, Drake. I'm just enjoying my spot where I sleep right now. I get to look out and see a tree right here. It's even cool. You can see a gas station behind me. Thanks, Drake. I got to just keep going. Save as much money as I can. I gotta hire an accountant at some point to help me with my taxes. I don't know when I can do that though. Yeah, that'd be good, Drake, if we're allowed to go on vacation. It's been almost now a year of this pandemic, actually 11 months of the pandemic. It's a shame Trump didn't try and control it in the first place when it was just a few people, and he lied, he told bald-faced lies about how it's going to go away like a miracle. It's just one or two people. What's the big deal? Like, just talk like a complete, like, moron. Like, with no thought to what he was saying. Same with Larry Kramer going on TV saying, oh, it's going to go away. It's just a few people. It's no big deal. Like, no thought about what could happen. Thanks, Drake. I'll try and get my mom out to LA whenever the pandemic's done and when she's off work. Really, it would be good for her to come here on her Christmas break because it'll still be warm here, even though it'll be cold in Virginia. It's weird to think today it was so damn hot and it's February. Yep, I'll make plenty of videos with her. Kind of funny seeing my hand back there behind my head. Hell no, I didn't sign up for the National Guard. You know, the biggest thing keeping me from doing it, one, the pay looks like crap when you start. But two, uh, I was reading from people who had been there and, were recommending whether you should join or not. One person said if you have any kind of individuality or you like to be creative or expressive, you're better off scrubbing toilets or flipping burgers. I'm like, well, fuck that. If I don't like, being told what to do and stuff at my job now, I doubt I'd like it in the National Guard. Yep, she should leave my brother. She should move to LA. You know what? She's open to moving to LA if it would actually work out for her, if she could make money here and it was in a neighborhood she liked that was walkable, which they have around here. She would do that. So it's just a question of getting the money to do it, basically, and having a good job for her. And good luck to me trying to sleep with these allergies. It's not too bad. It's just annoyed right now. Yep. Yeah, that's right. She had to cut her cable package because the sports and entertainment package was charging her another $35. And so she had to get rid of TCM and Cartoon Network. You know, Lord Hines, I still wouldn't half mind joining the National Guard in a way because, I'm still like, shit, man, it's hard to survive, but yeah, Alejandro. Um, but literally, I was reading like a lot of National Guard. When you start, you get paid like $1,400 a month. I'm like, well, if you don't like exploitation, like I don't, that's not enough money to have to, work your ass off and stuff. Yep, she hates Comcast. Sure, when you're in the National Guard, you can, work your way up, but I don't know. Maybe, hey, maybe that's worth a try too. Just say to hell, hell with it. Just try. At least I'd have a bed to sleep in, a shower to use, and I'd have free meals. Most jobs are not that interesting. If you were to see me at my warehouse, and also most employers, they won't let you show what jobs are really like if your job is, difficult or exploitative. Fuck. This damn street light is so bright. There. But yeah, I have to want to say, okay, just join the National Guard. Maybe try and have some career in broadcasting. Not a career there. What am I thinking? No, I mean, at least make a little money while doing some kind of film or broadcast work while I'm there. And I would try and outgrow whatever job they would give me, meaning do it better and get paid more and all that. And they'd be like, oh, holy crap, Angelo, you're really good at this. You're not some, dope with a camera, just giving us a flat shot and boring stuff to work with. But also, there's the fact that, working with the military, you're part, you talk about, not liking a corporation or something. I mean, military's got a lot of problems like that. I don't think I'd ever want to go metal detecting at the beach. I'm sure tons of people do that. I don't have much interest in it. is nice to just lie here, though. Even if I can barely breathe through my nose. Thanks, Drake. I'm not feeling that bad or anything. It's just my nose is so stuffed up. Gotta breathe through my mouth. Got 8 people here. That's actually really good for me. Yes, set my tire pressure. They were actually, I thought, a little bit too overinflated. I'm sure it wasn't that big a deal. So I actually released a little pressure on them to get them, I think I put them around 35 psi or something, or 33. Toyota recommends like 31 psi. Oh, this jackass parked across like 2 different spots and parked right next to me too. Look at this. Lazy fuck. Again, like, I want to park as close to me as possible. When there's a bunch of other spots because they want to get close to the taco stand. I don't believe in that, Lord Heights. What happens if you're an aspiring filmmaker and then you weren't going through a worthy process of generating ideas? Ideas are easy to come up with. Ideas are nothing. You need a script for them. Oh, they didn't really park across 2 spots. It was just kind of the angle I was lying at. Made it seem like that. But I just don't respect anyone who parks next to somebody else when there's other open spots. I go out of my way to avoid parking next to other people. Shit. Good, didn't crack my phone. I've got more ideas for films than I'll ever make. So yeah, but I thought Lord Heinz was just asking in general, like advice for filmmakers. Because even if he was asking about me, that doesn't even apply to me. Alright, I've got to block out this window. Just the street light is behind me. So it's going to be real dark, but if you don't mind, we can continue. I had 10 people here. Cool. That's a lot. You love watching cable? That's cool. think basically the only like TV show I actually enjoyed watching last time I had cable was the first 48, the murder investigation show. I can't remember what else I liked watching. I mean, I liked watching TCM, but I mean as far as TV shows. Dateline should do a documentary exposing my employers. They busted a union at my company. I didn't know that. At another warehouse a couple years ago, they fired everybody who tried to union organize. I was interested too in the MSNBC show Lockup. Um, I loved those shows in a way. I liked watching them, even though there's nothing to like about it in a way. The fact, the cruelty of locking people up, how they are, and also the fact that those shows are propaganda. The prisons don't, in all likelihood, don't run as well as they show when they're on camera. But it's fascinating to me to see that stuff. How people behave in that closed environment. But that's not like it doesn't really expose what goes on there, and at the same time, it kind of glamorizes it. So it's kind of like what is it like? An advertisement for the prisons. It doesn't show the abuse by guards. Never. Oh, they never show that stuff. But also the other problem was it was always on when I was working on like Saturday nights at my bouncer job. So if I was lucky, I could catch 15 minutes of it. But like I said, I'm sure a lot of stuff was staged because they wouldn't show the real stuff that I've heard about in prison, or it would just be too boring. The other alternative is just it's boring a lot at the time. So it's done as like propaganda. That's what I wanted to say. Propaganda for the prisons. It's like making a soap opera out of prison. I love the weirdo shit, the weird movies they would play on TCM like late Saturday night, early Sunday mornings. I love that weird stuff. Oh my goodness, that stuff was so cool. Like just kind of weird, almost like alternative films, if whatever you call them, from the 70s, 80s, 90s, even 2000s sometimes. Lord Hines, there's nothing to expose by just filming workers. Um, it happens much more subtly than that. As far as, not paying them enough, ignoring safety concerns, uh, intimidating workers into not reporting injuries, illness. I don't want to get into all that, Drake. I don't care. I haven't watched that show in years. I haven't watched pretty much anything on TV except TCM and First 48 in like the last like 4 years. And before that, not much because I didn't have TV for like 2 years before that when I lived in Annandale. Oh, shit. Cardboard fell on my head. So impressed. I still got 8 people watching. For me, that's really good. Just that for just a guy lying down in his car in the dark. Well, I can still upload videos. I mean, from my phone. So no, I don't miss that because I still have it. I would like to be able to edit videos though on a laptop. It's true. This is a chill and set. You can't even see me. So why am I tiring my arm out holding up the phone? I could just lay the phone down here. You can see the, streak of light out the window. Ah, that's better. Now my arm can relax. I was holding it up for like 30 minutes. And as the night goes on, it's going to get colder. And then eventually I'll have to get into my sleeping bag. Right now it's a little too warm for it. And I would hate to be a bouncer now in Virginia where the bars are still open, I guess. And you have to enforce mask usage. Oh, what a pain in the ass that would be. Fuck that. Yeah, normally I would be asleep by now, but that's alright. I slept 2 hours this afternoon. And I still want to get up early tomorrow, so I'm out of the heat for at least a little bit, a few hours, like tomorrow morning early, so I can do some work I need to do. Paperwork, mostly, and maybe workout. Hopefully, I'll get to that. Well, I'm sure they do, Drake. They do miss me there. I got to know a lot of people there. I was cool with a lot of people at the bar I worked at. And no, I will not sleep outside. Where the hell am I going to hang up a hammock? Uh, but yeah, I know they kind of do, and I kind of miss it too. But I had to move on. It wasn't for me. I was there long enough, 5 years. I gotta put on my eye shade. Guess I may as well at least just interview with companies, see what it's like. And if I get lucky with that one company, I feel like, oh, they really care about people and want to treat them right. That sounds like a good enough reason to join them. Because I definitely knew that was not the case. at my company when I joined, but I was like, I desperately needed the money at the time. What else could I apply to? Seriously, okay, Jiffy Lube. Um, I don't want to do car washing in LA. It's so damn hot outside. What else? Cleaning jobs, but a lot of cleaning jobs. I'll apply for them, but they require like previous industrial cleaning experience. Let's face it, I'm only cut out to be a filmmaker. And that does not pay enough right now. Ten people here, cool. Home Depot, possibly. I would not. Walmart is even more exploitative than the company I'm at now. But Home Depot might be an option if I could do like lot attendant or something away from people or some kind of, I don't know, overnight stalking or something. Walmart's a terrible company to work for. They're run by billionaires and like thousands of their employees are on food stamps or welfare or sleeping in their cars. How messed up is that? The customers treat you like shit. I really wish retail workers were allowed to fight customers. That'd be a great deal. Yeah, I'm sure sometimes the retail workers would take it too far, but to me, they should get some, not all, of the immunity the police get. Like, if they take things too far, we just look away. We just look the other way. Because, overall, they get it right. Which I'm not saying the police do. I'm saying for retail workers, they're generally way too nice, and they should be allowed to fight customers. But if Jiffy Lube doesn't work out, what else? What else? I've tried applying for jobs like working at movie like sound stages where you rent out the facilities for shoots. I think I'd be qualified for that, but I never even hear anything back from those jobs. And those I'd be very willing to do. I'd get to meet filmmakers, actors. That's too bad. I can't get me one of those gigs. But let's face it, I'm not cut out for regular jobs. I need to be in the film biz. right now my priority's got to be saving up money. I'm slowly getting there. Well, not slowly, intermittently. I was saving, then I got like wiped clean by a bunch of bills, and now I'm saving again. Because, yeah, I can apply Jiffy Lube. I might even interview. Let's face it, I probably won't take it. They're a crappy company. There's a chance I would, and I'd hope to be full time and make decent money. I don't think it would be that decent though. I don't know. Maybe I should just keep going the way I am. Work at the warehouse and make YouTube videos. I'll check your comments. I've been closing my eyes. Yeah, I'm gonna get my ID changed to California ID at some point, so post office would be a good bet after that. Sound engineer, well, that you can't really do that without a computer right now. What's a teacher lord? Yeah, I'm not really in a position to teach people how to be a filmmaker when I'm living in my car. They want to see from people who are actually, if not successful themselves, able to fake it somehow. Oh shit. Hey, my nose is clearing up a little. You know what'd be really great? Oh, my voice sounds so much better now. Is if my mom was here and I was able to do like a live stream actual show with her with, multiple cameras and a switcher and stuff. That would be great. I guess I'll keep making videos about my life, showing what being a homeless filmmaker is like. So far I've got Jiffy Lube to apply to. Ain't much else. Okay, here's one idea. Get money for, don't get all the film gear that I want right away. Get a laptop, rent an office, get Adobe Premiere, study up on that. DaVinci Resolve, practice with that. Get After Effects, practice with that. And maybe get jobs editing. But even then, editing jobs don't necessarily pay a lot. So that's a tough one too. In the end, here's the thing. I'd rather just be doing my own productions. It's probably what'll work best for me. And I don't want to use Adobe Premiere. I like Magix Vegas. I don't mind. I would use it if I had to, no problem. But uh, hey, maybe that would be best. Try it out. Why not? I could have Adobe Premiere and Magix Vegas on the same computer. That wouldn't be a problem. But the thing is, what filmmakers are out there available with, great stuff to cut into, something really good. So that's the thing. That's why I say I'm better off just making my own productions and making money on YouTube, and I don't know. I don't know from there. Still 8 people here. Very cool. No, I didn't check the PSI in my spare tire. I should though. Um, my laptop, I still have it. It's just I can't use it. I don't have a office or library anywhere I can use. Oh, my allergies are really getting to me. There's a generator, probably, or an engine being run. There's like RVs around here that run generators. There's a truck backing up. Um, there's probably other cars that are just idling their engines. No, I can't do mobile hotspot. This phone doesn't have it. And plus, I have nowhere to charge my laptop. Oh, my nose is running. Wow, that feels better. I would not want to move in with my mom unless we had a very big home and we could have plenty of our own space, but even then, I'm not sure I'd want to do that. But yeah, maybe a decent step would be don't wait to save the $8,000 or whatever I need for all the film gear that I want, or at least the main stuff, which would be a camera, lenses, some gear for the camera, accessories, batteries, whatever, and then a laptop and hard drives, and maybe some lights, but maybe just get the laptop, editing software, rented office, and start trying to get editing jobs. You know what? It seems worth a try, because why not? Why worry about perfection with it when I really should just try? If I fail, it's not really failing, because I still learned something, and I still have the opportunity to edit my own videos. So that's always an option too. But I do want to save up at $3,500 or whatever for a Sony a7S III. I've changed what camera I want several times. Now I'm interested in that one. Later on, I may be interested in another, but for now, that one seems like a really good thing to get. Jim Baker started out as a Jiffy Lube oil tech. Cool. Drake, thank you. You say, oh, you will have a big house someday. I don't like filming weddings. I've done it before. Fabio, I'm not the person to ask that. Look up Jordan Hardgrave on YouTube. He has tips for that. Nothing, I mean, the only thing that helps me with that is time. I don't even like to think about it. It makes me dissociate right now, so I don't have any tips for it. But yeah, definitely, I'd at least be interested in whatever the hell I just said, applying at Jiffy Lube. But I think I just talked myself into saving up for a laptop at some point and then getting some editing software for it and going from there. Maybe trying to get editing jobs. I don't fucking know. I think I do want to wait to be able to afford that camera before I start renting an office, though. Amazon is not worth it. I can say that. They do pay a little better than my warehouse, I think, for the most part, but it seems horrible working there. I would not want to do it. If they paid a lot more, then I might. If they paid at least like $20 an hour. I work in a warehouse now. And I could always keep looking. All right, Drake, thanks for joining. I could always keep looking for film jobs, you know. I'd find something even if it takes 6 months. live in Annandale. You live in hell, my friend. Which part of Annandale? Come on, tell me. Nobody cares, but nobody's going to try and find you. Just which part do you live in? Do you live around? I put my own address in there, so nobody cares. Nobody wants to go there. Do you live in that area where I was, kind of the central Annandale, like around Backlick Road and Columbia Pike? You live further out a little west, like on 234, or no, 236, I mean, Little River Turnpike. Or up that one road, Annandale Road, actually, off Route 50. Or a little bit more east towards Alexandria. Near the hospital, right on the border. Wait, which hospital is that? I don't even know which hospital you're talking about. Fairfax Hospital? Fairfax Inova? Or is that like a different hospital? Fairfax Inova, that's a little farther out. That's a little off Route 50, isn't it? Inova, but that's off Route 50. Yeah, I guess that is around Annandale. It's not too far. I would go there and donate blood sometimes. Breathing a little deeply because my nose is stuffed up from my allergies. But thanks for still being with me, everybody. Appreciate it. Annandale, Virginia. What a dump. I can still apply for film jobs. Jiffy Lube. Need full-time work, that's for sure. Need that money. Come on, allergies, go away. Anyways, it is getting a little late for me. Past my bedtime. I'm alright. And Springfield is even worse. It kind of is, yeah. Springfield, I don't know. I feel like somehow the traffic is even worse. The roads are bigger. And yeah, it's also a dump. Oh, 8 people here now. Cool. My allergies are acting up, everybody. That's why my voice is messed up. Yeah, Springfield's a dump. Fairfax is boring, creepy Whiteville. Annandale's a dump. Arlington's Yuppieville. else in Northern Virginia sucks. It's just crappy suburbs. Or creepy suburbs. It's not fun. Woodbridge is a dump. Leesburg, just boring as shit suburbs. Dulles, Sterling, Roslyn, no, not Roslyn, Reston, suburbs. It's almost like scary, like when I've been out there, like how do people live out here? You're just in a housing, like, like development with your neighbors. That's it. And then you have to drive to get to anywhere, whereas at least where I lived in Annandale and Arlington, you can walk outside and go to businesses and stuff. It was just scarily like, Stepford Wives in a way. Not in terms of the people there or anything. It was scary that, like, how, I don't know. I don't get it. Like, how do you live out here and not be driven crazy with boredom? 8 people here. Cool. Oh, hello everyone. My allergies are acting up, so that's why my voice is messed up. I don't feel too bad. It's just my nose is stuffed up. And I'm trying to think of what jobs to apply to. I need more money. That's the main thing. Jiffy Lube, possibly, like I was saying before, they're a crappy corporation, and I can expect that, their locations aren't great to work at. Uh, Other than that, I don't know. Look for film jobs. With very little luck. Keep making YouTube videos. This is my business right here. Oh, and I did have the thought, uh, when I get the money, which won't take too long, get a laptop with Adobe Premiere, a rented office, practice with that, and try and start getting editing jobs. I already know how to, I mean, to learn Adobe Premiere, it'll take me part of a day to at least learn a lot of it. And then the more in-depth stuff, it'll take me a little bit. After Effects is really something I should learn. A lot of people want you to know that. And DaVinci Resolve for color grading. But if you know that stuff, that goes a long way towards getting any jobs. But it's tough. I mean, any anybody in the film industry, it's hard getting work unless you're already working on big productions and have an established career. So it's worth it to me. It's worth a shot, because so what if it fails? It was going to fail anyways if I don't try. It's what I want. I cover my car for privacy and to block out the light. I like the privacy. Cool. Sure, I guess starts a new job. Water treatment plant operator at an airport. That's really cool. And it says $17 an hour to start, will be $23 an hour in a year and a half. That's really cool. That's another thing I should think about. You're talking about a treatment plant, a recycling plant. Maybe I should try that around here. At least I'd be outdoors. I like working outdoors. That might be fun. Even working at a landfill, maybe I should do that. I turned it down before because, first of all, at the time I really didn't want to work, but also I was worried about toxic chemicals and stuff. But now I'd be more willing to try it. So that's something to keep in mind. Just dirty work. And I'm sure I'd smell awful. My nose is still clearing up a little. Well, anyways, I'm getting kind of tired. I'm going to go. Normally I'm asleep already. I've been asleep for a few hours by now. 8:30 is like late at night for me. I'm fine though. And I'll get up early tomorrow. Yeah, you would have been smelling real bad. But all right, that's good to hear. Sure, I guess. And thanks for joining everybody. I'm gonna get some sleep now. Stay subscribed and notified when I put up new videos. Click the notification bell. Click like on the video and all that. Got to get through this warehouse job. Not the worst thing, but it's a crappy company, and I need to make more money. That's the thing. I need a full-time job. I'm only getting like 30 around 30 hours a week now. So, all right, everybody, thanks for watching.